Greetings, everyone. Welcome back. Today we're doing something a little bit different. Here at Father Goose Productions, we do an enormous amount of medical videos. It varies between this and that. But as we do more medical videos, well, that increases our research on medical videos. We realize that the medical industry or healthcare are leaving an enormous amount of money on the table. And we're going to explain that to you right after this. As more people use the internet in search of information, online video has become increasingly important, especially for reaching and connecting with present and potential patients. Video is one of the strongest mediums for sharing information because it pulls on the human senses a whole lot more than literature. Now, I'm not saying that literature is useless. By no means, no, not saying that. But it takes more effort to feel the same emotions than video. Now, another reason for video's popularity is due to its simplicity in obtaining knowledge. Rather than reading literature on a website, viewers prefer visuals and verbal explanations as opposed to the prior. Now, according to retaildive.com, 72% of consumers prefer videos to text marketing. According to HubSpot.com, people are more likely to obtain 65% more information compared to basic literature alone. The medical community or healthcare is absolutely overflowing with online possibilities as patients demand full transparency and demand easier explanations from doctors and medical professionals. And who can blame them, coming from such a daunting field? Now, here are 6 recommended points to cover with video for your medical practice, which will facilitate future patients' anxiety and increase search engine optimization for your website and improve your business. Number 1, explainer video. An explainer video is a perfect way to engage the viewers as well as strengthen your SEO. A common misconception on or about explainer video is they don't always have to be illustrations like cartoon characters or figures. As long as the video answers a few fundamental questions and explains a business, a product, or a service in 2 minutes or less. Normally, it explains the problem, the product, or the service it's trying to solve and why the viewer should make the purchase. The video is very similar to a 30-second elevator pitch, but with colorful visuals accompanied with music, and it's normally placed on the website's home page. Number 2, patient testimonials. There are a few souls who rarely enjoy visiting a person wearing a white coat. There's a small fraction of the population where fear and anxiety prevent them from getting the vital care they need. By producing a video testimonial, a viewer will be able to relate due to the authenticity and emotions on the subject's face. As trust begins to set in on a subconscious level, video provides the key to unlocking their door of trust and bypassing any skepticism. Even to those who may have never heard of your business, a video will play an important and major role in brand credibility compared to plain text testimonial. Number 3, doctor's bio. One of the toughest decisions any person will face when looking for a doctor is finding the right doctor. Video bios are the absolute perfect way to introduce your medical staff. There's nothing wrong with motionless JPEGs, but video allows patients and future patients to connect more to the medical staff. It allows the viewer to understand the doctor and see him or her more humanized, as opposed to a cyborg walking around in a white coat. Where do they come from? What are their credentials? What do they look like? Why do they do this kind of practice? All these questions can be answered instantaneously by simply pushing play. Number 4, market-specific procedures. Now, this is a favorite for potential patients who want to know what to expect about a procedure they need or are considering. It is a show and tell video that fully describes key information about a particular procedure. Charts, diagrams, and the before and after photos describe the actual process in extreme detail. It is key information on a person who would want to know, especially if anesthesia will be used. One would want to know exactly what the process will be like while their lights are out. So by producing this video content, you are increasing your chances of a new patient. 80% of users are more likely to buy a product online from watching a video, according to videobrewery.com. Look in the bottom, there's a link. Number 5, frequently asked questions. Every medical website has or should have a frequently asked question tab on their homepage. These contain everyday questions a patient will ask when visiting a doctor or a medical professional. The medical team will take time to answer day in and day out the same questions. Answering those questions on video will cut the time drastically, ensuring that staff can spend more time treating the patient. As mentioned before, HubSpot states that a viewer will retain 65% more information from a video than literature alone. Not to mention cutting down on the waiting time in the lobby. I assure you, every visitor will appreciate this courtesy. Number 6, continuing education for personnel. Professional development should be a continuous process that allows medical staff to be up to date with the knowledge and skills required to stay familiar with relevant guidelines and developments that affect their work. The content can be the kind that educates the staff on their employee benefits, their compensation, onto more sensitive material as to what constitutes sexual harassment and how to handle security business content, or just support and resources. Sure, you can have your medical team attend hospital clinics, like short-term clinical assistant posts. But as we all know, this is very much time-consuming and does not necessarily meet the staff's required learning needs. Supplying this information through video allows you to save an enormous amount of time that can be utilized for serving the patients. Now, visiting a doctor can fill any person with anxiety. The fact that they will be entrusting a stranger with their health and possibly their lives will do just that. But it doesn't have to be that daunting. Now, following any of the 6 video pointers appeals to your patient's multiple senses by permitting them to see and view your message. By doing this, you will find yourself connecting with patients on a deeper level and gaining their heavily secured trust. I hope this helps you. I hope it helps you as you embark on your video production journey to strengthen your overall marketing strategy. Some doctors think that video is not needed while their competition attracts, more patients, more clients with their videos. Don't be that guy. Give your patients what they've been wanting, what they've been needing. Video. Stay creative, everyone.